Good morning, guys. Hi, LH. Hey, Europe. Hey, Atom. Vishnu. Kay. Hank. Megabyte. Good morning, guys. Okay. Let's see if we need to switch to my other monitor. I have the comment here. Okay, so do we have back? I guess I'm just gonna call you back for short. Do we have back in the chat? Hi, Emiliano. Unknown. Good morning. Robots. Good morning. Okay, so welcome to today's episode of Dream Hangars. We're going to be taking a look at... I'm just going to call you back for short. So this player, let's see, trying to build a free-to-play hangar, not using two recent bots except the Vector, trying to improve current squishy Raptor. Also have... Okay, so you have the Ravana and also the Lynx, but we're going to be running with the Raptor, the Vector, the Lynx, Demeter, Fenrir, the Ox, Minos, and then, you know, switching between possibly Frederick and Paladin. I'm going to start with the Frederick and see how we do. Let's see, feel free for the non-specified drones as it's hard to get them. Would appreciate any advice to improve this account. Okay, so for the ones who are not familiar... with the Dream Hangars and what actually happens with this series. So basically, the viewers, which will be you guys, submit your Dream Hangar. Okay, so we have five different robots. We have a Titan, Mothership. And what I do is I recreate it. Okay, so I'm going to be using a battle recording account. So on this account, everything is fully maxed out. And what I do is I rebuild that player's hangar, and we test it in Champion League to see how it holds up. In some cases it does really well, some cases it is a disaster. But the whole purpose is to find the weakness in the hangar, whether it be the build or it could also be composition. You know, I look at the composition too. Oftentimes I find that players have maybe too much range, so we're gonna be looking at this. Hold on a second here. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this view first, because this way you guys can see what range we're working with. Okay, so we don't really have too much range. Maybe Atomizer is the only range, I would say. Now, in this case, this is mostly a brawler hangar, so I would assume that this would actually probably do pretty well. Generally, brawler hangars tend to do well. If a player has too much range, those are the players that usually struggle the most, I find, you know, in this game. Because once the enemy gets, you know, closer to their spawn, especially once you reach like Master League and, you know, especially Champion League, those players struggle to defend themselves because they don't have the right bots. When I say right bots, I don't mean, oh, they have meta, because, you know, even if they did have meta, more often than not, they don't know how to build it right. And it makes a big difference. Okay, so we're going to look at the Raptor here with Leodari and Shredder. I do have the jump on here, so this is a super jump Raptor build. So what it means is when I activate my ability with the jump, I should be able to go extra far. That's why I'm running the showdown on here as well for the healing. Okay, so we've got... wait, did they mention... Yeah, I just wanted to double check if they mentioned the pilot, because there is another pilot for this. I prefer this pilot because of the healing. If you're going to do a super jump, you don't have any healing. So that means you have two options. You either go with a drone that can heal, or you go with a pilot, or both. And if you run a pilot that heals, then you have things like Wonder Worker. I guess I could also use Mechanic. Yeah, I'm going to stick with what I have here, because this has worked for me in the past. Hi, Jason. So yeah, going to try to focus on this Raptor to see how it holds up. We also have a Vector here with the Cudgel and Mace. Okay, Unstable Conduit, Repair Amp, Last Stand. We're going to be trying out the Shy. This Pilot. What about the new flamethrowers on the Raptor? We could try it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, like, for the first half of the stream, we're going to run what this player has. And then I'm going to evaluate to see where we could improve on. Okay, so we've got the Lynx here with the hammer weapons. Unstable Conduit, Overdrive, Robot Accelerator, the Kestrel. I think, you know, last time when I ran the Lynx, I think I did better with the Seeker. Yeah, we might change the drone on here. We'll have to see how the games go. If you had any Mugi, you would... I think I would do it too. Yep. Which we'll get to in a bit. I'll make a couple of comments on it. We've got the Sheriff Demeter. So I put the Techno Atomizers on here. It kind of matches the color scheme. I was like, oh yeah, I could throw that on. It has similar color scheme. We've got the Showdown. Okay, so we've got the App Meter. So more of a healing build. And then we have the Fenrir. So there's actually a number of reasons why I picked this hangar. Because I know there are some players that are struggling with the Fenrir. So we're going to be taking a look at the Fenrir and also the Raptor. You know, they have the Raptor and they're trying to make it work. So I'm going to see, this is going to be like my stab at the Raptor and the Fenrir to see if I can improve on it. Hey, Quan. We've got the Minos with the Evoras. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. If I'm dying too fast, then I might switch to the Self-Fix Reactor. It depends on what I drop in, like what I drop into, because if my opponent's in my spawn, then this Minos might die real fast. Okay, so just a couple of things, and I figured I'd mention it now. As far as this hangar goes, let's just click on this one. It's easier to see this way. So there's 3 bots right now, in my opinion, that are very good for free-to-play players. We have one of them here, which is the Demeter. Okay, and I did a video on also the Pathfinder and also the Imugi. So those 3 in particular are very strong right now, I feel, for free-to-play players. So if you have like an Imugi, as Yura pointed out, it might be a good idea to perhaps replace the Lynx with that. And I think Pathfinder would actually do really well instead of the Fenrir, because the Pathfinder, you can break Amit's shields, you can break Atlas shields, you can lock like the Vector down, you know, so you have a way to counter other Vectors. Test the Shredders on... Yeah, we'll take a look at that once we get rolling here. Oh, and I forgot. Hold on. The Mothership. So I think I'm allowed to use the Frederick and the Paladin? Yeah, Frederick and Paladin I'm allowed to use. But I'm going to use a Frederick for now just to kind of boost the damage and, you know, just kind of see how the games go. With the Pathfinder. Yeah, Pathfinder is really strong. And a lot of players, you know, they actually got it. One of the previous events, we all got a Pathfinder. But you can get it from the black market too. But I think, the thing is, I think players sell it because they think it's an old bot and it doesn't do well, but it's actually very good right now. Like for the current meta. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to run a couple of games here with this lineup. And I'm going to try to get it to work. You're a free-to-play player and you got all the meta stuff. Is it just luck? I would say a bit of luck, and also if the account is relatively new, oftentimes the drop rate of the newer stuff tends to be higher, in my opinion. Like, you will notice with like newer accounts, right? Okay, let's see if we can try to get here. They have a Leo back there. It's just going to be a bit of a problem. We've got another. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this guy. Is this guy linked? I think he's linked. Yeah, he might be. Yeah, this guy's linked. Where is the... Oh, shoot. So what I'm finding right now, so even though the Leodari is a strong weapon, what I'm finding is I'm actually struggling to do damage because of the way that it's kind of delayed. So maybe the Leodari isn't that great for this build. Let's drop in with this. I think that guy was linked. There was a Leo back there. Yeah, he is. He is linked. I can see the link. There's a link there. Oh my. Let's just... We need to get over to that side there. Yeah, I couldn't kill their Raptor. He was so strong because he was linked. Oh. Yeah, he's still linked. I was actually trying to go for this guy. Yeah, but I couldn't find him. They had an annexer there. Let's go with this. Hold on. Uh-oh. Whew, this guy's doing so much damage. Okay, so the other thing that I'm looking at is how long it takes for me to charge up my mothership. If it takes too long, then there's something wrong with this lineup, right? That means I need to look at the weapons because the weapons aren't charging up fast enough, or I'm not able to get to beacons in order to charge it up that way. Hold on, there's someone here. Okay, there we go. Come on, come on. There we go. I'm not going to be able to heal. They're going to kill me. I have someone hit me with like rust or something here. I can't heal that. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Fenrir wasn't too bad, although I think I can improve on that build. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna go this way because they have a Shoggoth here. I'm gonna hit him with the... Oh man! That was a waste. Here we go. Oh man, that's a lot of Titans. Decided to just move in here. Probably a bad idea, considering they got a Mauler. Oh boy. Whoa. I'm cooked. Yep, I'm cooked. I'm just trying to hold it. Yep. Kind of burnt through their beacon bar a bit. They charge it too slow. Yeah, so we got to look at that. Oh boy. I think we should be okay here. They don't have a beacon bar left. By the time they get another beacon, it's going to be too late. Yep. Which Titan am I currently using on my baby account? The Indra. I still like the Indra. Oh yeah, the like button. Wait, how many likes do we have? Well, I guess we got more than 10. Indra with I changed it. I think I have Veyron and Chasm. I was kind of testing things. Temporary what? Supply. Watching an ad to claim. Or reward amounts across all rarities have been increased. Supply center. So that would be this over here. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm looking at how long it takes for me to charge up my weapons here. I think we're going to have to... so the thing is, when players tell me, like, not to go for the newest stuff, I think that's a bit of a mistake when it comes to recommending things. Because, for example, if you look at the current data pads that we have things like Elox and Merix. We have Croco, Hippo, Leodari. It's better for me to recommend builds based on that than on older equipment, because you'll be wasting your time and resources on leveling up something that is always going to be subpar. So even after the nerf to like Leodari, I think I would still probably run, that over, say, Devastator weapons. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of stuff over here. That guy's already over there. Can I jump? Like, I've never tried, but let's try it. I've never done this before. Hey guys! Ah, shoot! Wait, I can't. Oh, there we go. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Thank you. What the heck? Hey, at least I landed over here. I almost got tossed into the gorge. That was funny. I'd never tried that before. Incoming! Yo, the blind. There we go. Oh boy. I just locked that guy down. Oh! Oh. I don't know who to shoot. There's so many of them. Let's use this. Oh, wait. There's someone over here. The rhino's trying to get up top, but he's stuck because he keeps running into the wall. YOLO. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I just pulled a YOLO. These guys aren't making a push here. What is this guy in? Come on. Oh no. Wait, did he just go into the gorge? Hold on. Oh, come on. Reloading. No. Dude's almost dead. There we go. There we go. The thing is, he got me with rust. I can't heal for the next 10 seconds. Ah, come on. Shoot. I need to get up top there, because if we can... hold on. Oh, shoot, no. Maybe I can teleport to him, right? Oh, wait, he's too far. Shoot, I wasted. What is the range? I keep forgetting the range of this. Should have teleported to that guy. That guy can shoot through my shield. It's above me. Is that the same guy? You may wanna watch this side. Man, this build's terrible. Watch me get a kill with it now. Steal it! Oh, shoot, hold on. Did I heal him a bit? I don't know. 500 meters? Wait, how come I didn't teleport to that guy? He was 500 meters. Could have sworn he was 500 meters. That guy up top's gonna need... Oh, shoot, wait, hold on. Hold on, dude, hold on. I just tried to heal him up so he could get across. We need to drop up top here. Wait, what do they have over here? I don't know what they have. What Titan is that? I want to move across, but I don't know what Titan this is. Is that, if that's a Princeps, I'm doomed. Okay, wait. Hold on. Oh, I think I know what it is. There we go. Shoot. I need my shield. No! I needed my shield. Ugh! Well, you know what? We got a Mauler kill. That was worth it. Come on. Ugh. We need this beacon. Oh, I can use my orbital strike on them. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna push. I think I'm gonna push. If I can get their beacon for just a couple of seconds, might be worth it. Turn it white. Yes. Every bit of delay helps my team because their beacon bar goes down, even if it's just a couple of seconds. So we're getting like that beacon there, right? Yeah, I think I want to put I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive here. Let's see. What is that? Yeah, you know, I need Seeker on this thing because I can't see him. He's going to go in a flight. That's a stealth bot. Well, we got the beacon. I need to get out of here. They're gonna shoot me. Yikes! Nice. Uh-oh. Ah, he got me. But you know what? We've got 3 beacons. They need beacons. And they're down on players. Oh, it's 350 meters? I think it was like 500 before. My team doesn't really need a push. They just need to hold beacons. If we hold 3, we're good. We just mustn't give up any beacons, which I think we're in a good position. The thing is, my team's trying to push. Or maybe they figured if they push. Yeah, no, I don't know if you want to do that. We've only got 2 players left. We need to hold just 2 beacons now. 2 beacons is going to be enough. Maybe even 1 beacon. Oh boy. We're running out of players. Oh boy. Yeah, guys, you don't want to give up your beacons. Oh boy. Yeah, we might end up losing this. We only needed 2 beacons to win. We're gonna lose the bottom beacon now. Oh man. Yeah, I think my team should have just held back. We didn't need a push. Ultimate robot theme. That is a committed player. Well, you know what? We came first on our team with that hangar. Not bad. Trying to see what these guys have. What's funny is we're not even using close to meta, but we still did really well. That actually says a lot. So it means that even if you had the hangar, doesn't mean you're going to necessarily do well. You know, you got to know where you have to be on the map. You got to know to push for beacons and defend. Best weapons for Indra right now? I don't know. For me, it's kind of a toss-up between like the Evoras and like the Chasm weapons, because there are cases where you need, like, say, the Chasm for the suppression, and there are cases where you need the Sonic for that gray damage. It's almost like you need to run like a hybrid. Some will say the Veneer and Vincier weapons, but the thing is, with Indra, you usually, in most cases, brawling. It doesn't really make sense to run mid-range on a brawler. You're still using... Yeah, you know, I kind of like the combo. I went back to the combo because I found that, like... So the Chasm was helping with suppression, and then the Veyron was helping with the gray damage. Okay, let's try another game here. And then afterwards, I want to go in and try to optimize this hangar. We'll see if we can improve on it. Looking to see what they have back there. We've got Annexer. He's not going to attack because he doesn't want to lose his Annexer. This guy will attack though. What is this? Got him. Where is this guy? Got him. Okay, we killed 2. Yeah, so the thing that I'm finding actually with that Raptor isn't that it's bad. I think the build itself is bad. The Leodaris don't fire frequently enough to make it effective. So we're going to take a look at that Raptor build because I think I can improve on it. You got locked. Last stand. I'm gonna use a heal here just so I have a bit of a shield because this guy's gonna be attacking me, I think, right? He's got suppression. There we go. This side. There's someone here. Gonna use a heal again just so that I have that shield because he's gonna fire into it. This guy's gonna kill me. I'm trying to get to the other side there. Man, I need help there. On that left. 4 guys. Oh man, my team should be careful. These guys are gonna go in for a... There's gonna be a spawn raid coming here soon. Shoot. This build's not doing enough damage for me. Not for the Vector. It's taking too long. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a look at this. There we go. Thank you. We have the center. See if I can try to drag him this way. Oh. I'm gonna need to get into my Titan. It's a Titan game now. They have 2 Titans out. How many Titans do we have? Yep. So what I want to do now is I want to protect this Nodens here. I'm going to run in front of him. That is my way of letting him know that I'm going to move to the left so he keeps an eye on me, hopefully. Yeah. Just saving my abilities a bit here. He's going to be watching the guy in front of me. I'm trying to split away. Yep, so I think he's healing. Is he healing me? Better be healing me. I'm going to be taking on a lot of punishment here soon. No, he's not. Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Let's run this way. That Nodens. Keep an eye on me, dude. Keep an eye on me. Moving in front. Activating my shield. This way I protect the Nodens. He heals me, and I deal with this guy. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do that. There we go. Is that Nodens still alive? Shoot. Gonna move this way. I gotta keep an eye on this, and I will move to the right side, and he can. Hold on. I'll take the brunt, the damage. There we go. I'm gonna move in front of this Nodens. Hold on. Let's push. Gonna move this way. I think we got this. We're in their spawn now. Blocked him, I think, right? Yep. He's facing the Atlas. I had to try to get... So when there's a healer like that on my team, I try to get their attention to let them know that I will cover them, but they need to heal me up, because if they don't heal me up, I can't protect them. Hey, Rapid. Hey, Alejandro. Look at that, 12.2 mil. Whoa, look at that. We had 3 guys scoring over 10 mil. That's good teamwork. Okay, so we need to take a look at this hangar now. We need to try to see if we can optimize it. Let's see. These shredders. So I think the thing is, I wonder if I were to do better if I change this to Basilius. Might be firing a bit faster. I just want to see the difference for that one. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to base the builds for this hangar based on what I see in like the data pads, especially like the lower ones. So for example, we have Elux and Merix. What do we have here? Elux and Merix. I won't go for the flamethrowers, but we do have the Croc and the Leodari, and I know a lot of players are getting that now. So I need to focus on those kinds of weapons for my builds, but not overloading all my builds with that. Okay, so let's see. What we can do is, what if I did... I'm trying to think what I can put on here. So I could run a very strong build using just the Crocker weapons, but I'm wondering if maybe I should do a bit of a hybrid here instead. So let's do, hold on, let's do this instead. Actually kind of wondering how this would do with that. Oh, you know what I can do is, hold on, let's do this. What if we did... the Leodari and the light version? There's a number of ways that we can do it, because I'm trying to figure out what would be actually best. So like even on this one, like these can work better. The only thing is, I actually kind of wanted these to... I wanted to put it on the Demeter, because I think on the Demeter it might make more sense. I mean, what other options do I have here? Let's see. Yeah, because Demeter, remember Demeter, you're fighting at close range, right? If you're fighting at close range, it's better to have actually close range, like high burst weapons, just in case. So maybe, yeah, maybe I should put those weapons on here instead. Okay, wait, so let's do... let's do this. Roadhog. I'm gonna give up the Stubborn Warrior. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but I mean the other option is to exchange it with the Mechanic. You'll just go with this and see how it does. I actually prefer the Jerry Fortune pilot because you boost your teammates, you know, their damage. I prefer that. This one, let's do... Let's see how we're going to do this now. I was thinking... Wait, this is kind of slow. If this is slow, maybe I should use these instead. The only thing is it doesn't really charge up fast enough. But I was wondering, so usually when I have a bot that is very slow, I try to use more range. This way they don't have to run very far to get that damage in. Okay, so we got that there. We got this, that. This one I want to actually try Seeker on here. Got to figure out what I'm going to run on here instead though. You mostly used the Fenrir to hold a beacon. Yeah, I need something that can reload pretty fast, and like this is good because I can apply at least like rust. That is my thinking. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to handle these two now. Okay, we got Shredder on here. I'm trying to get rid of the Basilius weapon on here because otherwise I'm going to have two bots that have the same weapons. I'm trying to move away from that. Never actually tried the Leinani weapon on this thing, but I don't know if that would work. And I wonder how the puncher... I know the punch is bad, but if I can get two lock players down, that might be worth it still. Yeah, let's just try it. Honestly, this one you could even use the Kelvin weapons. I wonder if it's better to prepare for those. Let's throw these in. I'm not going to use many of these flamethrower weapons though. So we'll just throw like 2 in here. As long as we have different weapons, right? I think we've got too many showdowns as well. We got 3 showdowns. That is not good. Okay, wait. This is going to go down very fast if I'm teleporting to my teammates. So maybe if I have this, it might keep me alive a bit longer because I'll be taking a lot of damage pretty quick. Okay. Let's see how we do with this. So we've got Puncher, Shredder on here. We've got the Croco, Hippo, Flamethrowers, Merrick's on here. We got that on there. Okay, let's see how we do with this. My team needs to get to center. I don't know if I can get there from here. Shoot, I was hoping I could lock him. Do we kill him? I locked this guy. Wait, move. Come on, jump. Oh my gosh, why can't I jump? There we go. Oh my gosh, we actually got it to work. I kind of messed him up with the lock. It worked, guys. It did work. That's a lot of beer cans. We got a Kaji over here. This guy's really laying a lot of eggs. I might end up dying here. This guy's got multiple shields. Shoot, this guy can see me. Let's move on to this beacon. Thing is, we got... Oh wait, how did we let that guy get there? These guys have a lot of those weapons, man. We need to get to center. Get him down to his last stand. Oof. Notice how slow the Fenrir is. That's why you don't see many Fenrirs out there. It's too slow. Nope, we broke through his shield. He can't heal. Someone behind me? I'm gonna try to... Oh, I was gonna say try to push him. They have a... Ah, shoot. That guy's gonna hit me. He's got his Ming out. So the problem with them is that they need beacons. This is a Pathfinder over here. He's a problem. Can I get him? No, he's too far. Oh my gosh, that didn't get him. Just trying to turn this beacon. This way they have to land. There we go. Yup. That didn't kill him. What the? There we go. Shoot, they got guys over there. I'm not going to be able to push there. Yeah, we're all moving onto the platform because that's where we can get our third beacon. The thing is, they're arcing around. They're going to go for the farm next. Hold on. What's this guy doing? What is that? I'm dead. I'm cooked. Ugh. I need my shield. Quick. Ugh. Shield. There we go. You see, we gave up. I knew they were going to go for the farm. That guy can shoot through my shield. This guy's gonna kill me. That's why I have burst damage on the up. I'm not gonna be able to hold this. I have no shield left. Ah, well, I tried. Melting. Well, the reason why we lost is because we didn't get to center. We got to center initially, but then we stopped. We gave up all the positioning. You know, on this map, one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of players make, they stay and fight on the platform. But if you look at how the map works, the side on the other side of that dry riverbed has 3 beacons. So why are you staying on the platform? What it also means is that as a team, if you're able to capture these 3 beacons here and just hold it, you can let the other team spawn raid you. It'll be fine, right? Because you're on the side that has 3 beacons and they're on the side that has 2. You don't even need a cross. But for some reason, players keep fighting on the platform. What is the original hangar? That's the original hangar. You should try it, Basaglia with. No, I can't run that because that's not the Dream Hangar. If you want to see me run that, then you've got to submit your Dream Hangar and hope that you get chosen. Which I'm surprised not a lot of players actually do with Dream Hangars. So think about this. You post your Dream Hangar. If you get selected, I evaluate your hangar overall. And on top of that, you get a guaranteed prize. So for all the ones that say that, oh, they don't win any giveaways on my channel, why don't you post a Dream Hangar? Instead of me choosing from, say, 500 or like 600 or 1,000 applicants, I'd be choosing out of like 20. So your odds are like a lot better at winning a prize from Dream Hangars. No, I think they may have changed the teleport range gaming. I have to double check. I know it got a nerf. There was a nerf to it. Let's just double check here. Does it even say? They don't even have the teleport range. Yeah, something like that. You gotta have in the description. Makara Ravana. It takes too long for you to unload your clip. So if you're going to go with Ravana, I would go with the Croco weapons. Go with these. This way you can go into your Transcendence a lot faster. You could try Murex, but I think the Croco is better. Because the Murex, you still got to fire your clip. It takes longer to unload your clip than it does the Croco. Yeah, the shorter the time to unload, the better it is for the Ravana. Because then you can just go into Transcendence mode again. Yeah, one shot. Yeah, no, I think it's the perfect weapon for the Ravana. It's just I can't... well, I mean, I'm running with it. Gotta hack up. I just leave those games. If Pixonic doesn't like me leaving the games, then they gotta fix their game, get rid of the hackers and ban them. Take everything on their account and just remove everything. Scared to have a hangar that gets dragged through the mud? What? I was able to teleport, but there was that one game on Castle. I think I was trying to teleport to a guy that was 400 meters, but it didn't teleport unless he got killed just as I teleported, but I think he was still there. I think they did change the range, but I'm not sure what it is at now. I don't know. They changed a few things with that. Come on, lock. Okay, that was worth it. We're gonna get this beacon. We got it. It was worth it. It was totally worth it. Yeah, so it's almost a good idea to have the shredders on here because we got... Yep, you see? Definitely worth it. If I'm able to do that, just to get a beacon. This guy's gonna get me. Okay, we're gonna drop in with this now. Hold on. I need to see if I can try to... Okay, we got him. There we go. Yeah, this is a lot better. Like I said, I don't know why you would want to look at things like older weapons when you're getting these kinds of weapons in the game. Shoot, this guy's like literally right here. Man, I thought that one guy was the annexer. There we go. That's a lot of stealth there, dude. Let's see, I did lock them. There we go. These guys don't have any beacons. Game's over. They don't get a beacon soon. They actually need 5. This guy may... Gonna go for this beacon here if I can. Well, that didn't hit him. That looked like a pretty clean shot to me. Oh, it did. There we go. You know what? Let's change. These guys don't have any beacons. The heck is that? I think it was the Sirius, their turret that was shooting me. But I was trying to find where it was. You're only... Oh, we have back in the chat. You're not using them because you only have... Yes, but it's better for you to know what I would choose if I was in your position. Because the thing is, I could say, okay, stick with the mace and the cudgel, and you will, use your resources and your time to level it up. When even after the nerf, maybe these weapons are really good, and being that it's in the black, not the black market, the data pads, there's a very good chance that you are going to get this. The fact that you even have a vector tells me there's a high probability that you are going to get these weapons, as well as, eventually these weapons, maybe not this update, right? But I would say these weapons, and these weapons, you're probably accumulating like components and getting more and more of them. So instead of me directing you into like going for something like this, it actually makes more sense to show you where I would actually, what I would upgrade if I was in your shoes, right? Like even this one, I don't think I would actually run this, but it has its advantages. Like if I can get to a beacon and I can lock players down, that gives my team time enough to get them. So like that last game, that Vector should have gotten that beacon, but I locked him on the ledge, and that was the end of his Vector pretty much. So did I die? Yes, I died, but so did the Vector, and I think that's a pretty good exchange. Like if you're going to lose, one team's going to lose a Raptor and the other team loses a Vector. I would say the team that had the Raptor is, they're capitalizing on it. Because that's one very strong brawler taken away from red team. Who knows what he would have caused if he actually got that beacon. Can you use the blaze weapons? You're talking about the flamethrowers? You can use it. I don't know if I can get to this side. Hold on, let's see. Because they changed the range. I think I might be able to lock him. Yeah, he moved off. They're gonna keep dropping in here. Where is he? Well, that still worked out. We were in their spawn. Buy some time for my team to get into position. Uh-oh. They just use his stealth here. Should be wearing off. We just got to keep getting him with these weapons. He won't be able to heal up. He will have to use a mothership for that. Yeah, you see? He can't heal. Look at that. See? Get him. He's got his back turned, guys. Shoot him. He doesn't know where to turn. Oh. He's in his stealth. Ugh. Getting kind of crowded. Let's get this guy with some rest. So you see what I'm doing is because I can't move because I can't move fast with the Fenrir, I'm using weapons that have more range. It allows me to at least play the strength, the tankiness of it. I lock that guy. I'm gonna try to get this beacon here. Ugh. No! Ugh, must get closer. Oh. Oh, shoot. Can't see him. No. Ah. He still did well. There we go. How much beacons do we have yet? I think I'm gonna push. If we can push this, we can do a 4 cap. There we go. What is this guy doing? Why is he all the way back there? Oh, where'd he go? Spray damage. There we go. Woo. Yo, that's a strong shield. Wow. No, you don't. Ah. Don't I think the matchmaking is bad right now? The matchmaking is usually bad when we get a new update because the platforms are split. I'm not sure if they split now though. It's funny how which build as well. You're talking about this one? There is another build that you could run on here, but the thing is, then you'd be leveling up more of these weapons. I was thinking of doing that. I was actually thinking of like running this build. So another option, and I kind of showed it in my my Secrets Revealed video, is to run like this. But then you would have to. So the thing is, if I'm going to show this to you, you got to be careful how you upgrade. You don't want to upgrade too many of the same weapons is what I'm getting at. Okay, so if you run something like this on here, then maybe run the Croco weapons or something on, like maybe you run it on here instead. You know, I'm just trying to, like, so that you don't level up too many of the same kinds of weapons. But right now, a lot of the strongest players in the game, they are using the Hippo and the Croco. The reason why I'm putting it on here is because you can tank a lot of damage and it may help with charging up your Titan. Because I was noticing, like in the first couple of games of the live stream, the Hangar was really struggling with charging up like my mothership and also my Titan, which you wanna address that earlier on, because otherwise, you know, you level everything up like the Kaju and all of that stuff, and then you notice you can't even drop in with your Titan. And you know, to be honest, your Titan in most games is gonna be what gets you most of your damage. Yeah, so I think I would rather go with this. Also, if you were to win a Tensor drone, I would run it on here instead. It will strengthen this a lot more. Okay, so but I don't want to put, yeah, I don't want to put a lot of like showdown drones, because if I do that, you know, there's a chance that that drone may get nerfed too, because it is a very strong drone right now, especially for tanks. This one, I think you need, so you could run flames on here, but if you run flames on here, then you got to change this. And I think I have tried even the screamers on here before, which was kind of, I mean, it was decent. Obviously, it's not as strong as the other one, but maybe... so I'm not sure if you saw what we mentioned earlier on. If you have any Mugi or like a Pathfinder, that might be a better option for maybe, I don't know, maybe for the Lynx. Another option is Imugi is really good. So I don't know if you want me to run that, because I can run it and then you can see how it performs. Yeah, 4-shot and then it charges your Titan bar. Yep. But we're talking about max level, I think. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect. Why does it show that I have the flamethrower on here? I changed the weapon. I'm looking at this. It's like throwing me off. Like I'm chatting to you guys. I'm like, why does it look like that? But over here, it's different. Okay, hold on. Let's run another game here. Do you have any Mugi? Imugi is very strong. I would rather be running Imugi than the Lynx. And the Pathfinder is very strong. I would rather be running that than the Fenrir. Just all the benefits of the Pathfinder. So if you're running into like a lot of vectors and you're struggling, you can lock them down with the Pathfinder. Oh boy, boom weapons. I don't like that. That guy's gonna be able to get that beacon. Oh shoot. Can we lock him down before he gets here? Yep, we did. Okay, so we got the beacon. He's gonna get... I'm gonna get killed here, but at least we got the beacon. That's the main thing. Okay, there's 2 guys there. I can't... let's see. Yeah, we're going to be in trouble here. This guy's going to be in big trouble. They're going to go straight for him. Because what I typically do when I play, I go straight for the... Hold on. I go straight for the campers because I know more often than not they have more than one camping setup. So I end up actually doing crazy amounts of damage to them. Shoot, that's too late. There we go. These guys are already in their Titans. That's not good. Oh my gosh. Talk about lucky. That guy. Just as I shot him, that's when he used the phase shift. Okay, wait. Do they have more camping setups here? Why are you back here? I don't know why you waste your phase shift for that, but... Let's just do that. There we go. These guys are in our spawn or something. Why do we have... So we have a Pathfinder. Shoot him. His shield's broken. Where's the Pathfinder? We have a Pathfinder here somewhere. He's breaking his shield. Get him. Shoot, I got locked. Ugh. So you know the funny thing is I just told you now, before this game, having a Pathfinder would help. You see this Ahmed in front of us? We could have killed him. We could have also killed that Atlas. But because I didn't have... By the way, that sword unit back there, you can kill him too. So everyone that has a shield, that's why I'm really surprised not many run Pathfinder. Oh, you can't hit him now unless someone has shield breaker. Why is he hiding? He prioritized, yep, because he's the biggest threat. There's 500. I saved this loot, although I don't know how long I'm going to be able to save him here. I'm blocking all of... Yep. Ugh. guy's got shield breaker. Trying. Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna get spawn raided because now they're already in our spawn here. We can't do anything about it. You know what I can do is I can throw the Pathfinder in and the Imugi so that you can see the difference to your hangar if you want. But I'm just like, this is just me offering like advice, what I would do. It's just that there's much better bots out there than the ones that we're using. And you can say, well, it's because they're old bots. Well, I'm also referring to older bots. There's just better bots on the field that you could run. Ultimate Redeemer. Yes, the Ultimate Redeemer would be better because you're firing more frequently and it's packing more of a punch. I was using this build because I was trying to lock players down to see how long it would take. It does work. Hey Cactus. Hey Robert. The Rhyme and the Croco. No, I wouldn't run that. So if you're gonna go that route, then maybe run the Shredder instead. Because Rhyme, the thing is you're moving a lot. So you're gonna waste a lot of your rockets. You have an Imugi, but you don't have that. We already know that the Flame Imugi is really strong, so I guess I could run that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, you know what I could actually run? Hold on. Where is... Wait a minute. Why does that not show up? That's going to require more flames. I was going to run the flames on the Vector and then run these weapons on the Imugi. Okay, so you just got an Amit. Okay, so now what I would do then, if you just got an Amit, you don't want to see, this is why I do things. So if you just want an Amit, I would rather level that up than to level a Fenrir. So now what we can do is let's just scrap this. Actually, wait, hold on. Let's run this instead. Because this is more tankier. The thing is, this is actually looking really solid, actually. Tank, if you're looking at the tanks. The thing is, if I'm running these weapons on here, then I shouldn't run it on here. So that means we need to go with a bit of a hybrid build for this one. Yeah, let's do a hybrid build for this one. Let's do Makaira. As I say, do... well, you know what? We could do... Let's say we could do even flames on here. But then you would need more flames. Wonder how this would do. We got 2 extra hippos here, but then you would have to upgrade 5. That's too many. We need to change one of these. Hold on. Let's do Murex. You'll probably have more access to... Well, actually... I'm trying to balance it out so that you don't have to upgrade like 5 hippos or whatever. That's why I was changing. Okay, because so you have 3 hippos here, 1 croco. You could technically run those weapons on here too, but then you'd be running 2. So we have Murex on here. We have Elox here. So not Murex, but Elox. And we have the flames on there. This might be a little bit better. Okay, wait. Let's see how this does here. With the OG, those healing weapons are terrible. I don't know why players level them up. So you're healing yourself up, but you're not really doing much damage to your opponent. So basically what you're doing is you're feeding them damage. So where in most cases, let's just say you were running, I don't know, you were running the Puncher Shredder build, right? And I were to kill you, maybe I get like 400,000 damage or whatever it is. If you run the healing weapons, you're healing up. So I'm not getting 400 damage now from you. I'm actually getting like 600,000 or like 700,000 because you're healing up. You're not really doing that much damage to me and you're feeding me more damage. Yep. Those weapons don't do well. That's why you don't see any of the Champion League players run it. It's not that they can't level it up. They can level it up. They just choose not to because it's so bad. But I also wouldn't sell it if you have, because I wouldn't be surprised if they buff those weapons, because I could see that happening too. Shoot, is this guy gonna fly into center? I don't know about that. That's kind of risky. Hello? Look at that, we just killed the Shoggoth. Who would have thought? Duh. That was worth it. The fact that I got a Shoggoth with that, totally worth it. And it's funny because I was using punches, but I figured maybe Puncher Shredder will work for that, because if you do a super jump, most times if you play aggressively, you're jumping right at your opponent, so you're going to be close range. It will work then. Can reach the end of the... I mean, I was actually... It's a good thing that I had that too, because I was targeting... Oh, we got a lot of players coming in on this side. You should pay attention to his flanks. Ugh. Oh no! We got the Shoggoth. Oh, we got a Pathfinder. Someone has a shield breaker, and that guy is getting smoked. We need that Pathfinder. This guy in front. Yep. See, look at that. Pathfinder. The guy can't even get close to us. That's why, you know, I was saying, you know, players need to use a Pathfinder more. These guys are going to be rushing us here. They got a Minos. He's going to be moving in. I could sacrifice. I have a last stand. I might be able to sacrifice this. Hold in. Come on, Tin. Turn. 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 Gonna flight. Shoot. I need to get out of this. I need to actually get into my Titan, yep. What is this? Ah, shoot. Yo, we did a lot of damage to him. I mean, considering the fact that we were right in front there like that. Wait. Oh man, my efforts to get the center beacon. We just gave it up. Well, that's not good. Okay, wait. I think that's the Mauler. I think that's the Mauler here. Yeah, they have a Mauler back there. Wait, what other Titans do they have? Yawn. I actually want to go for this guy on the right side, but that's going to be kind of risky. He's changing the beacon. Come on, get that beacon, get that beacon. Why is it taking so long? Oh! The sacrifices I made. Come on, guys. Don't do this to me. Ugh. Shoot. Turn. Ugh. I'm gonna die. Oh, come on, no. They're going for center. Where's this guy? Please go up the ramp. Please go up the ramp. Go up the ramp, please. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I need help, guys. I can't do this alone. Come on. Oh, so close. What's my team doing? Man, after all that, we still lost the center beacon. And I got it twice. Come on. They're gonna push here. My team's just getting slaughtered. Thing is, they're giving up all the beacons here. Why is that guy down there too? Didn't he be over here on the right side? What's he? Oh boy. I think we're cooked here, guys. Oh no. Yeah, he's got shield breakup. Ugh. We need... If I can get center beacon, maybe. Oh man, they got another Titan. Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Got a bit of a situation here. Wait, I'm the last guy left. How am I the last one left? I made so many sacrifices. Are we down on players or what? Yeah, no ways. Game's over. Stay with the Devourer. The Annexer had Shield Breaker. He shot right through my shield. We did better damage-wise. You use phase shift? Yeah, you could use phase shift. I'm just using the healing on here. Phase shift can work on Pathfinder too. Hey, Rust. I mean, we did okay. Fortunately, my team didn't protect the center. I went into center like, what was it, 3 times with their Minos? To be honest, I'm actually surprised I survived that long in that Minos. I was expecting to die on the 2nd attempt. Okay, wait. Hold on. One more game, guys. One more game. How are we doing on the likes? Oh, man. We haven't even reached 100. Brawl or snipe with the Baglio? I would play the mid-range on the Baglio. I wouldn't say brawl because then you're going to be running into vectors and you're going to straight up lose that fight. So you want to keep your distance. You want to use like Basilius or something on there. Where is this guy gonna land? Incoming! Ooh, we did a lot of damage to this guy in front of us. Ugh, I couldn't jump, but I locked him. We locked him. We haven't got that left beacon. We need to get that left beacon ASAP. Where is this guy? So what I do is with annexes, I usually jump at them like that. Because when I jump at them like that, what I do is you slow them down if you have the Amit. And a lot of players don't like the Amit because they get slowed down, but that's actually how you counter annexes. You're able to do that. You can... Oh, shoot, I didn't even realize this guy was right here in front of us. There we go. Do we have a Pathfinder? Looked like someone had their shield broken at center here. Nope. They hit 3 of us with mute. Kind of a waste because they didn't attack. I'm gonna push this because they have a lot of annexes, so maybe if we push. Get that rust on him. Ugh. They don't have any beacons. Well, I have 2 now. Wait, where's my team? Why are they all on that right side? Uh-oh. What is this guy in? What is that? Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. This guy's gonna be a problem. Ah! Oh my gosh. Maybe not. Come on, give me the beacon. I just need the beacon. Give me the beacon. Today would be nice. There we go. Thank you. You can fly around all you want. You got no beacons. Oh, they're dying fast. Now we're in their spawn. That's even worse. Hold on. Whoa! He's trying to go after me. Game over. May want to watch your beacons next time. Jump only good for the Croco Amet. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't use the flames on that build. So the thing is, the reason why the Croco weapon is so good for the jump is because it fires really fast. If you use the flames, you have to track your target, which is a bit harder to do when you're jumping. Yeah, I don't think I would use that. Yeah, so if you were running flames on here, I would not use the jump. I would just use either advanced repair, or I would use unstable conduit. So either this one here or this one. If you're gonna be running flames on it, you could probably also run the scales on it as well. How's the Raptor doing? It's doing okay. We had some good games with it. Now, obviously, if I wanted to make this a lot stronger, I would use other weapons, but I'm finding actually the lockdown of this is kind of helpful. So one of the things that if you're a Vector player, and I know when I play Vector, one thing I hate is when I get locked down because it actually makes me a lot more vulnerable. So this almost in a way sort of counters it because it locks them down and then they just sit there and they can't do anything. They have to wait for the ability, the next one. But just remember, if they're using 2 abilities to get to you, they may not have more abilities after that by the time they get to the beacon. So if your team has vectors and they're on the beacon, then that enemy vector is probably going to go down. Because you've now slowed them down to the point where, but you know, they don't have any abilities and you need the ability to survive in the vector. So yeah. Another charge at you talking about this one? 30%. I think you mean 50%. Is the Titan with the pink wings better than the Eiffel Titan? Yes, and I think you're talking about the Atlas. You're talking about this Titan here, right? If I can find it. You're talking about this one. Yeah, so this is stronger than the which one you say, the Eiffel? This is stronger. Because if you have this pilot, let's see, where is it? Where's that? Oh, I think it's actually when you slam them down at EMPs. I think that's the ability of the actual... Hold on. Yeah. So this ability, when you slam them down, when you hit them with the EMP, this is very good to counter Annexer, but also even Vector. It's very good because you disable them. The pink... No, they're saying pink wings. I'm assuming they mean this. Not the Eiffel. Yeah, I'm assuming they mean that. The Atlas is stronger. Yeah, we call it wings. It's a shield, but that's the only thing that I can think of. Like, what other Titan has a pink wing? Unless I'm missing. This, not really pink. It's like, what? It's, yeah, red. I think they're referring to the Atlas because they were referring the Atlas to actually the Eiffel. I think they said Eiffel. The Minos charge with 30% on here. Oh, I think I don't have it. Why do I not have it on here? Wait, does it even have? Hold on. Oh, this. Yep. I totally missed this one. Why did I not have that on here? Hold on. I think I was testing something to see if I could make this more tanky and then I forgot to add it. Ox has increased defense points while the primary. We want to keep that. What I would do is, let's try this one here. The funny thing is, so I think the other one might have been better. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, thank you, Jamel. Thank you for the donation. Just dropping by quick. Have fun, y'all. Thank you, Jamel. Yeah, no, I think, yeah. They're referring to the Atlas. When I saw that, I was trying to figure out, like, pink wings. That other one was going to be my last game, but apparently we're... Oh, shoot. Wait, what? 30 seconds in already. Wait, is there a hacker here? Hold on, do we have a hack in this game? Why is... How did my teammate get all the way back there? Uh-oh. Oh, that was weird. I don't know what happened. Does he see me? He sees me now. Wait. Did I lock him? Oh, I didn't lock him. They only have 4 players. I don't even think I'm gonna get to my Minos here. But we might have a hacker though. I'm not sure. How do we get all the way over to that side? Mind you, I did start really late. Oh my. Weird. Oh, the ether? Dude, I'm just dropping in and everyone's getting smoked. The heck is going on? This is a weird game. And they only have 4 players that dropped in. I think red team left because we have a guy using those weapons. Because that's how players are. When they can't counter something, then they just leave. Thing is, so like they would leave and they basically depriving their themselves of skills that they need to counter the next meta. That also doesn't make any sense to me. Why do we have a guy? Is that the same guy from earlier? Wait a minute. I think that's a Newton. Wait, he launched me. What the? Wait, did we kill him? Killed him now. Oh boy, this guy's dead. He's definitely dead. Not by me, by my teammate. Three players. That guy is still there. Coming through! Wait, how did he survive that? Hello. Whew, good thing I can fit through there. He can't fit through, he's too chubby. Sorry, you gotta lose some weight before you get through that gap. This guy can actually see me. He'll be able to kill me. I have guys behind me here. That speed, that was with I had Frederick though. Yeah, Frederick and the Mugi, when you have your flight like that, is kind of crazy. It looks like I'm hacking because it moves so fast. The thing is, you can actually make it go even faster if you put like speed skills. Because I think I only have Roadhog on there. I'll have to double check. That was a weird game. I dropped in and like there's no one. Look at this, they all left. What skills do I have on here? Yeah, I just have Roadhog. But you can make it go even faster because usually there's like, yeah, Spy and Scout and Adamant Roadhog. All of those give it more speed. This one here too. Imagine if I use all of those speed skills. Is the speed kind of capped? I wonder how fast it'll go. What would be the best mothership for the Minos? Probably Stealther. The only thing is a lot of players are using Stealther right now. So I would say like the top motherships that I see most players use. This would be the first one. So the Stealther. And then probably Bifrost. A lot are also using this. This will probably keep you alive for longer. But Stealther is handy because if you're like attacking, I don't know, let's just say there's a really annoying Newton, you know, and you charge them. If they don't have like the attack track where they have quantum sense and they can see stealth up to 500 meters, if you use this, they won't be able to see you, so you can get even closer to them and then dish out the damage. But I think most of the top players, they use Stealther. Some use Bifrost. I tend to use Mute. So I would say maybe some use Avalon, right? I could see those being used. Wait, what though? Why do I have so many of these? I have to do a giveaway for those, for these motherships. But I was waiting because, I don't know, with Pixonic, some things look buggy and then they said they were changing something and then it's like, wait, I don't know. Bifrost is good. Yeah, it is good. 1 defender, 1 anti-jamming, and 1 damage enforcer. Is that what I have on mine? Hold on. Oh no, I changed it because someone wanted me to run. Yeah, so I had... Wait. I had... Yeah, anti-jamming. I think I had this one before. This one, yeah. This one removes the EMP. Yeah, so you probably want this one. And then... damage and force for more damage. What did I have here before? I think I might have had defender system or something on here. I can't remember what I had. You saying, yeah, I think this is the one. I'm gonna need to play that game to get more of these turrets. That's the only downside when I change stuff. Oh, let's just do this one, right? Hold on. It doesn't seem as strong as before. Yeah, some of the players in their chat were questioning a couple of things. So I'm not sure they're going to change it again. Who knows? Because there were some things that they were saying they're not sure if it's supposed to work that way. And the thing is, when you get players asking questions like that, that's when I'm like, okay, should I be doing a giveaway for this then? I don't know. The thing is, if it's really weak, there's a good chance that it's going to get a buff, right? Which I guess is a good thing. Okay, so yeah, so I think that's going to be it for today's stream, guys. We've kind of settled on this. Obviously, there's better weapons for the Raptor. I'm just trying to think. Okay, so Vector. I'm just trying to think like what other option you could use here instead. I think, so if you were to get like a Pathfinder, I think I would still use the Pathfinder. Like I would rather maybe have a Pathfinder instead of the Raptor. It's just that it counters so many things in the meta right now. You know, to not have it is, I don't say crazy, but for a free-to-play player not to have it when so many are struggling against things like Vectors, when they actually do have it, but they're not leveling it up simply because it's an older bot. I think it's kind of crazy to think that way, but yeah, if players always have their reasons why. Ocho, I think I would rather run Raptor over Ocho because of the super jump. But Ocho could be good if you need to get players off beacons. You could also decide to level up a Rex, but I'm not sure where we are in terms of the balance. Balance changes. Rex could work as well. Like I would rather run a Rex than to run a Raptor, Because then you would have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Then you'll have 3 like heavy brawlers, which is really good. One less tank. Yes, so you'll have 2 there, but the Pathfinder can also, like, it can stop players, you know, like, so let's just say you may not be in a tank, but if you lock another team's vector down and then you do the whole track effect on them, your team can do more damage and can take them out. So it's not really a tank, although it can be like a tank sometimes, you know, once you get your stacks up. But yeah, I think like having a Rex would be good, because then you'll have 3 heavy brawlers just in case the enemy gets into your spawn. But overall, I think it's pretty solid. The only thing that I personally would change would just be the Titan. Now, as for like which one, it's gonna depend on like what weapons you have. Should you go past MK2 level with max bull drone, or which? It's a very good support bot. I'm also kind of wondering about this build, because I think, so I know why players use this so they can heal up. I still prefer the Jerry Fortune. I prefer to have my damage. I think I would rather prefer to have that. Because the thing is, so do you really want to keep healing in your Demeter? You know, sometimes you need to get into your Titan. So in that case, if you had to use this build with the Jerry Fortune, you'd be boosting your teammates' damage and your damage as well. I think I would rather have that, because you know going into a fight that you're going to die fast, so you might as well just boost your teammates' damage to deal with the enemy team's Titans, and then when you lose this, you drop in with like your Titan, whatever it is. Oh, with the Rex? Could you go past this? Again, this is just my opinion. I know why players go for MK3. The thing is, if you're a free-to-play player, the game is changing at such a fast pace every single month. It almost doesn't make sense to MK3 your stuff. The only time that I would do that would be if you're playing in a high-level Champion League clan, where everyone is running max level stuff, then it kind of makes sense, because you need that in order to stay alive against, you know, full meta MK3 stuff. But in the majority of the games, I don't really think MK3 is going to help as much as you think. Yes, you'll do more damage, but that doesn't equate to you winning more games, because whether you win or lose is dependent on how good your teammates are. If your teammates are not that great, it doesn't matter really what you have, right? You could be running 5 vectors for all I care. If your teammates keep giving up the beacons, or they don't even go for it, those 5 vectors are not going to save you, because you can only be at 1 beacon at a time. What about the other beacons? So you might get 1 beacon but lose 2 every time you capture a beacon. So yeah, if you're playing solo as a free-to-play player, I would not go the MK3 route. The only time that I would use like upgrade tokens, and I do this on my baby account, is to level up drones, like get your drones, because at least that way you can put your drones on different bots. But to MK3 like weapons and stuff, I don't know. It's too much of a grind for one. Also, too many resources put into something that is going to get changed. So maybe get it to MK2 4 or whatever, you know, they recommend on Reddit. I think it's MK2 4. I don't know if that's changed. I think that was the last one. You know, I wouldn't go to MK3, because you would have to level up so many things to MK3. By the time you actually do that, there's going to be a balance change, and those you know, weapons or whatever it is going to get nerfed. Then you have to level up the other things. So instead of doing that, rather spread your upgrades across the board. Don't MK3 unless, of course, you're in Champion League, like the high S rank squad. then it kind of makes, well, it makes sense because you're going up against players that are going to have a lot of meta. Before having a great... Yeah, I also wouldn't upgrade any Titans at this point. Because remember, we know that there's going to be a balance change to Titans and like Titan weapons. It doesn't make any sense to level it up now. Unless you are set on a Titan and you're not going to change it. That is the only time that I would level it up. But I wouldn't do it now because we don't know really what's going to get nerfed and what's going to get buffed. You might have the list on the test server, but that doesn't mean anything because they can change things 5 minutes before they release. The other thing too is you can upgrade your Titans instantly. So why would you want to do it beforehand? Why not just wait? Wait to see where things land. And then depending on that, you know, once it lands, get feedback on the changes to see how it works with your hangar. And then you level up, but don't level it up straight away. You wait for the Titan upgrade event so that you save. This way you can stretch your resources even further. Oh, Daniel, thank you so much for the donation. Great stream, Adrian. Hope everybody has a blessed day. I hope you have a blessed day too, Daniel. And thanks for the donation. You made a MK2 bot on your free-to-play account and now it's useless. See, that's what I mean. This is why, so, you know, oftentimes players are like, why are you leveling up so-and-so weapon? Like, you're not even using it. And I'm like, yeah, I just like, so that I have the weapon leveled up. I could MK2 bots. In fact, I could even MK3 my bots on the baby account, but I don't do that. Well, for a number of reasons why. Because if I did that, then players would tell me that's the reason why the account does well. So by playing low level, they can't use that excuse on me. So it's kind of dumb because I actually have to make that account look bad to make others feel good. But the thing is, it does pretty well, even in Champion League. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be at the top of the leaderboard. I'm not expecting to be at the top if I'm running a low level. But I do win games more frequently than you might think. You know, if players aren't going for beacons and I'm pushing beacons and they're not doing it, there's a good chance I'm going to end up winning a lot of games. Yep, a lot of times, exactly. I'm playing hard, I have the meta, and my team's... That's what I'm saying. I could run 5 vectors, doesn't mean I'm going to win more. Because a lot of my games depends on how good my teammates are. So if my teammates, they have really bad battlefield awareness, you know, or they don't even push beacons or don't defend it, they have the meta. You know, a lot of times players say because they don't have the meta. No, they actually do have the meta, and yes, they are maxed out. It's just that's how they play. You know, I guess they're scared to brawl or whatever. But, you know, to each his own. But having 5 vectors doesn't equate to me winning more. Because I can only cover 1 beacon. If my opponent is covering the other 4 beacons, I'm going to be in trouble. Especially if my team doesn't protect it. Even your min... Yeah. And look, even in today's... so we weren't running this particular lineup. We were actually running a bit of a weaker lineup with the Lynx and stuff. And I still did okay. Now you could say, well, it was because I was maxed. But the thing is, my opponents, many of them were maxed out too. And they had more meta. They had like things like annexes in there. Annexes, vectors, rexes. They had actually stronger hanger than me. But I just did well because I, you know, the basics. I just go for beacons. I push beacons. It's just experience too. With time, everyone can do that. Yeah, that's true too. I could run the vector, 5 vectors, but if my opponent has the counter to it, then I'm in a lot of trouble because now I'm stuck with 5 bots that have, you know, there's a count on the field that can kill it. I'll drop in, I'll just die instantly. Is the Mauler good with... so that can do a lot of damage, but the Mauler itself is very fragile. I find in most of the games that I play, sure, I have to be aware of the Mauler, mostly because of their dark light. You know, if I'm in, like, say, for example, an ultimate Nodens and they get too close, that build can kill me. The one that you just mentioned, if I'm not careful. The thing is, if you have good awareness and you see the Mauler coming, there's no ways they're going to get close to you most times. They would have to do double dash, dark light, and that's assuming that your team is not nearby with Titans. But most Maulers that I see nowadays, they go down very quick. They can do a lot of damage though, but they do go down very quick. Would I change for the Una pilot? Yes, I would. I think it's worth having that pilot. Durability increased, and then you have this here. Because of the defense points, that's the main thing. These two. Even with the Minos. Dude, I was killing a lot of Maulers even with the Shoggoth. The thing is, so the Mauler would dash at me and then I would use the track. So I lock them down and it disables them. And then I would hit them with the built-in weapon. And also like the Leodari weapons. That's how I was able to kill so many Maulers with it. But it's not attainable by... Yeah, but that's why I was saying I'm not sure if I would use this particular Titan. I understand why players use it because, you know, it's obviously free to play. But for me, I don't know what Titan I would... So I know for sure that this is just me personally. I would rather level up an Indra over the Minos just because of the ability. But aside from that, if I had to pick another Titan to level up, I'm actually not sure at this point. I know some would say Princeps, but I think Princeps is going to be pretty vulnerable later on. Mauler can still do... Yeah, you got to be very careful. It's a glass cannon. If you're too close and they activate that dark light, you are cooked. Most times you're going to be cooked. But with the thing is with Mauler, if they activate that dark light, it's kind of a one and done deal thing. You know, they activate the dark light, they attack, and then after that attack, they're most likely going to die. You know, unless, of course, they have a dash saved up and they can get to cover. What about Bjorn? Bjorn can be sort of tanky. I don't know. Bjorn's in a really weird spot right now. It does well. The only thing is, I have a feeling they might end up nerfing. I don't know. We'll have to see how things play out. I think, yeah, I still, like, if you ask me, should you upgrade a Bjorn or Indra? I think I would still do Indra. Even after that nerf that it got. Luchador. I'm trying to think. Would I use Bjorn or Luch? I think I would maybe go with Bjorn. Bjorn over Luchador. So the reason why has more to do with the current meta, because we have the Princeps which can push. It makes the Luchador very vulnerable on some maps like Castle map and also Carrier. So if this thing's trying to jump to center, this will just push them into the ocean. Mind you, they could also do it with the Bjorn, but the Bjorn, since the Bjorn doesn't have any kind of jump, it's less vulnerable to those kinds of attacks. Doesn't mean that the Bjorn won't end up in the ocean. I mean, it can definitely do that because I've done it. But in the case of the Luchador, it's definitely more vulnerable. until you have 10k platinum. Yeah, I would do that too. And I also wouldn't upgrade it anything yet. I'd wait until the balance changes come to live server, because this way you can see what, you know, where things are going, and then you know what to upgrade. And all you have to do is wait for the upgrade event to make things cheaper, and you'll be all set. That, I think I have like 15,000 platinum on my baby account. Good thing I didn't listen to the players. They were telling me to upgrade the luchador, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, I don't hear you. Now I have like 15,000 platinum, and the funny thing is, like, so I actually did level. I think I had was it Vince here? I think it was Vince here. I won one of these weapons, so I did max it out because I had it, and there was a Titan upgrade event. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I might as well just level it up. And then, you know, I had the Void and Chasm. I maxed those out when we had the upgrade event. But yeah, I just keep stockpiling my platinum. You have 20k platinum. Wow. Yeah, if you're not spending on upgrading, it builds up very quick. You'd be surprised. What is my most favorite Titan right now? I don't know. Maybe the Minos. I mean, I kind of like Indra, but I only play Indra when I'm on the baby account. At one point, I was playing the Newton a lot. Players were like, "Oh, that's your favorite Titan." I'm like, "No, not really." The only reason why I was playing Newton was because I was annoying. So sometimes I will play a build because I know my opponent gets annoyed by it. If they get annoyed by it, they're more likely to make mistakes. So if they make mistakes, then I capitalize on it. That's the only reason why. You know, like, why would you run the Newton when you could be running a Princeps? Well, I run the Newton because I know it annoys the Princeps, and I know that if the ultimate Nodens goes out into the open and I hit them with mute and then I use a choke, it's gonna annoy them. Is it better? No, not really. It's more for the annoyance. And it's more to get into my opponent's head, because if they get really annoyed and they get frustrated and they get angry, they're more likely to make mistakes. So there's some psychological thing behind it too. But I like playing the Minos, but I also like playing the Indra. You love your... I think I was telling Venus the one day she was like live streaming. I was like, target, find the Princeps and just keep using choke on them. I think she said she did that to the one player one time and they quit the game after like 3 chokes. That's what I mean. So just think, if they quit the game, you basically mech them out. They're more likely to lose. And you didn't even have to fight them. It's more just the annoying part of it. Design-wise, the Luchador. I think I'm going with the Kraken Indra. Actually, I kind of like the Mauler. The Mauler has a really cool design. Okay, so anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's live stream. Before I get going, thank you very much to Dark Warrior, Lone, Dominic Kine, Dies, Peter Cold, Alex, Togi, and Ramil. You guys were around. Thank you so much for helping to moderate today's live stream chat. Much appreciated. If they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out. Also, thank you very much to Jamel and to Daniel for your donations earlier. Really do appreciate it, guys. If they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out. Also, thank you very much to Back for participating in this week's episode of Dream Hangars. I did leave you a message. I'm not sure if you saw it. So since I'm doing the giveaway for the Batagan drone, which I actually wasn't even using in today's stream because it really depends on, you know, what I'm running. So this drone over here, because I'm doing a giveaway for it, that is going to be your prize. So I will lock in that prize for you. It is a guaranteed prize. And for the ones who are kind of curious, how do you enter into Dream Hangars? When the stream is done, you want to post your Dream Hangar. Let me just put up Back's comment here. So 5 different robots. Mention obviously the build, the drone. You don't have to go into detail. It's actually best you don't because I try to keep it really short. So just 5 different robots, the Titan, the mothership, and the most important part, make sure that you put your pilot ID. Because if you get chosen, I need to lock your prize in before someone tries to steal it from you. Okay, so most times if I see that there's no pilot ID, I will pick someone else. So you want to make sure that you do that. And yeah, Back, I will make sure that I lock that prize in. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And good luck with, upgrading your hangar. Hopefully this live stream will help you in terms of which direction to go. I always prefer to show... I know players want to know, like, between the mace and the cudge and all those older weapons. And I could do that. But the thing is, you're going to be wasting a lot of your time. Because at the end of the day, you're probably going to end up winning these weapons. And you're going to find it more effective. So I might as well show some of the newer weapons that you have access to based on the data pads that we currently have running. Okay, so I was basing it more on this because this is where my baby account also comes in, because I know what I win on there. And I know I'm getting a lot of these weapons, also these weapons as well. Let's see, what do we have? Yeah, I won a Leodari and Basilius too. So these Croco, Hippo weapons, Basilius weapons, you're going to find more players running them because they are going to be dropping... Well, I mean, they are dropping like candy now, but even more so. So I think in the next update, we're probably going to see more players get the flamethrower weapons. So as you get more of those, you can substitute some of those weapons in. So one bit of advice, not just for you, but for everyone. When you start leveling up your weapons, be very careful of doing the same kind of weapons on multiple bots. Like, I'm just telling you right now, you don't want to do that, because if you do that, when the nerf hits, it will hit multiple setups, right? So you want to make sure that you diversify. Unless, of course, you can afford it, but that's a different story. Okay, so that's going to be it, guys. If this is the first time you happen to drop by my YouTube channel or live stream, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Dream Hangars. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And one more thing, if you are purchasing anything through the web shop, I do have a creator code, Adrian Chong, without any spaces. Make sure that you use that code. It helps to support the channel and would really appreciate if you do. Thanks in advance. And I think that should be it. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. And I guess until the next live stream, which is going to be tomorrow, I will catch you guys later. Cheers, guys.